Hello, hello, hello. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to Talking Tea with Tika. It's Tuesday, the 30th of January. And we're about to get into this recap real quick. Um, yeah, we're gonna get into it real quick. Let me do a little of housekeeping here to get some things together. What's up, YouTube? I see you guys are coming in pretty strong. Hello, 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 hello. Please excuse me. I am not feeling well, but I wanted to at least go ahead and get this recap done of the Dallas Steppin and Line Dance Expo that I just attended in Dallas with Gino Spears. So I wanted to at least let you guys know kind of what I experienced during my time there. So come on in. You know, I have to thank all of my sponsors because my sponsors are absolutely incredible. And again, I am Tika of Talking Tea with Tika. Thank you so much to my major brand sponsor, NUUD Guys, get with these vapes, get with these gummies to enhance your sexual experience. It just enhances it, guys. Again, if you go onto NUUD put in the discount code TCandy, you will receive 15% off and free shipping. So make sure you go ahead and get on board the New South train. All right, so show sponsors Alpha Omega Travels.com. Heritage Ball 2024. That's literally right around the corner. Like literally is right around the corner. It is going down here in Atlanta, February 22nd through the 26th in Atlanta. Stepping into Spring, March 15th through the 17th in Little Rock, Arkansas. We have Red, White, and Smoove goes down July 4th through the 7th. That is in Columbus, Ohio. If you need to buy, sell, rent, lease, whatever you're trying to do, call, look up 20westrealty.com. That's my girl, Melanie Fields, making big things happen here in Atlanta. The Labor Day weekend, Atlanta. Again, Atlanta is on the map. Sarah Teagle is celebrating 25 years, a silver anniversary, August 28th through September 1st. Of course, Fade to Black, October 17th through the 20th. Here in Atlanta, again, for more information, www.worldsteppersinc.com. Shout out to Lionz Den. Lionz Den, they do houseboat parties. So it's super dope. Look them up. It is Lionz, Lionz Den. Listen, the name of their website is myhouseboatparties.com. So look them up as well. Steppin N2 Pink in Huntsville. That's April 19th through the 21st. We have a new sponsor. It's the National Steppers Ball weekend in Arlington, Virginia, August 22nd through the 24th. Excited for Shelton Brown and the crew out there doing big things in Arlington, VA. Again, that is August 22nd through the 24th. And Brew Tea Full Teas with my girl Desiree. I love her. She will have her teas on the blue carpet at the Heritage Ball. So guys, make sure you guys take advantage in trying out the organic teas. They are good. Hopefully she'll bring some with a little something in it. Like last time she had a little something, a little something in it for grown folks. You know what I mean? So again, thank you guys so very much. Sponsors, thank you. Now, we're going to get to this recap. The recap is going to be fairly quick. And the reason why it's going to be fairly quick is I was only there for one day. So what I normally do in a situation like this is that I ask around. When I touch down, I'm trying to feel where I am. I'm walking around. I'm talking to the peoples, okay, trying to figure out what their experience has been in my absence, that I wasn't there. All right, so the party started. Wait, before I even get there, I have got to give out these special shout outs. Special shout out to After 7 Productions. With Alfonso, Jodine, all those folks over there. They are awesome. I love their spirit. They're super dope people. So After 7 Productions, shout out to you guys. Want to also shout out Hey Fred and Rose and the crew. Let me tell you something. If you've ever partied with them or if you've never partied with them, it's a whole party. It's a party over there. It's grown folks. They got grown folks drinks over here. They real grown over there. So, hey, Fred, thank you so much. Guys, thank you. Rose, all of you guys are just so sweet to me. So I appreciate you guys. Again, these are just my special shout outs. Tish and Vern, they're my family. They're my family. When I go to Chicago, I stay at their house. So guys, it was such a pleasure to see you guys. And Vern, I'm so happy that you're being obedient and sitting down on that foot. All right, so it's good to see you guys. DJ Vale, I want to say thank you, and I'm going to get into this a little bit in a minute. But Vale, thank you. Thank you. You already know what I'm talking about. My best dancers for the weekend: Joel Hodges, Lewis Baines, T-Sean, The Gentleman, and Trap. They gave me the best dances. For real. I had a good dance with Jerry. I had a good dance with a couple other people. Those are the ones that really stuck out to me that I had. Chalk always give me a good dance. But those 4 guys really gave me the business on Sunday. And I also want to thank my driver. The person that actually came and picked me up was Miss Tina Kidd. She's so sweet. We had great conversations to and from the airport. Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen. All right. So I got my special shout outs out. All right. So this event was January 25th through the 28th. It went down in Dallas, Texas. What I can appreciate this year is that Gino did add into the line dances with the stepping. So before you even get confused, you had line dancing in one room, stepping in one room. So we weren't trying to be all on the same floor. So I thought that was a different little spin. I've been to a couple of events they were actually line dance, but they actually had a little sprinkle of stepping. So this was a little interesting, and I thought it worked. So again, the event was the 25th through the 28th. It was in Dallas, Texas. Started on Thursday. Again, I did not arrive until Saturday, but I will let you know kind of what it was about. So Thursday was the Western night. Appears to have been a good party. Just looking at some of the videos, looking at some of the pictures, it appears that people had a good time. Can't give it sips because I was not there. All right. So on Friday, the dashiki and denim. Okay, so when I got there on Saturday, I asked about particularly Friday. I didn't even ask about Thursday. I asked about Friday. So when I asked about Friday, which was the dashiki and denim night, several people told me that the crowd was really nice and that the music and sound was on point. So that was really positive to hear. So that really made me feel good and I asked several people. I don't just ask one person. I don't just ask people that may be my friend or his friend or who's ever friend. I just ask random people that just sitting around, whatever. If you see me at a set, I just go sit at the table like, girl, you having a good time? Or, sir, you having a good time? And really, people had a good time on Friday night. Now, so when I arrived on Saturday, I got there Saturday about 6:00, literally right at 6:00. And the day set ended at 6. So it was crazy. So I run into the room and Terrell was playing Love Him. And he was like, I'm off. I'm like, I know you're going to play at least me a song for somebody to spin me around. I just got here, right? So he did play 2 songs for me. And one of those songs was Passionate Breezes. I thought that was a little shady of Terrell, but at the same time, it kind of hit. Like when I was dancing, I forgot who I was dancing with, but it was kind of hitting. I was like, you know what? This song ain't bad, right? So that was pretty cool. So that was fun. People said they had a great time at the day set. I cannot tell you about the crowd because when I got there, it was over 6:00 when I got there. I do want to say something about the vendors. Gino always seemed to have great vendors at his set. They had great vendors there. I'm not going to go through names of the vendors. They had some good ones. Look online, you'll see them. All right. But they had good vendors. I did patronize a few of them. So good job, Gino, on the vendors. Now, on the itinerary, it says something about a speakers forum. I am not sure if that actually happened. So if someone was there and actually attended the speakers forum, please let me know whether that happened or not. I didn't hear anything about it, so I'm assuming that it did not happen, but that was on the itinerary. All right, so let's talk about the night that I was there, which would be Saturday night. So I was hired to do the red shoe contest that's on Saturday night. We always have a ball with the red shoe contest. People really cut up. I don't know why they cut up so bad. I don't know. It may be something that I say. I don't know what it is, but they cut up really bad when I'm hosting an event. So we always have a good time with that. So the red shoe contest I thought was good. So what we're going to do right here is where I'm going to pause and I'm going to say we're going to do a good, bad, and ugly only on Saturday and Sunday because those are the only 2 times that I personally saw things. Okay. Any other night was just based on what someone told me. So other than that, folks said they were having a really good time. Thursday, Friday, again, Saturday when I got there, people still saying they were having a really good time. Now, Saturday night, Saturday night for me, this will be my third year. I want to say my third year coming to this event, second year hosting. Where I love the space where the event is held, like where the major things are held. It's something about it though, and I have to be honest. Y'all know I'm honest. It's something about it that it loses its intimacy. I'm just making kind of think because it's so big and it's just so scattered out that you kind of lose that little feel in the room, I think. But let me just say this: good, bad, ugly. Good. I thought the red shoe contest, of course, I thought that was good. It was great. I had a good time. The people participated. People really, really showed out with their outfits and shoes and all that. So I thought it was great. Bad. I did get a few people that pulled me to the side and did not like the music. It's amazing how I can be in an event and I can go on one side of the room and ask some questions and then go to the other side of the room and I get two different feels. One side may say, oh, I'm having a time of my life. And the other side may say, this is some BS. Literally, that's what I got on Saturday. That's literally what I got. I'm going, are we at the same place? Like, what is happening here? So I asked several people. So the bad mostly was the music in terms of the remixes. People weren't really feeling the remixes. Some people wasn't really feeling the house music. And we'll talk about that in a second. Some people weren't really feeling that. Now, if the promoter is from Chicago, the chances are you're going to hear some house music. Okay. But we're going to talk about that in a second. I don't have a problem with it. You know, it is what it is. I prefer it at the end of the set versus in the middle. The house music was actually played, I think, right after the red shoe contest, which was maybe I think the party was over at 2. So this might have been 11:30, 12 o'clock, that the house music started to be played. I kind of noticed the room started to thin around that time. It started to thin around that time when the house music. So I'm not sure why the timing was where it was, but it was, and it kind of cost a little bit, I thought, with that. That was the bad. The ugly, I literally got pulled literally to the side. And this person was angry. They were literally angry. And I'm like, well, first of all, let's calm down. Let's calm down a little bit. What's wrong? Their problem was they felt the ticket price was too high. Now, I am sure. So let me just say this. When I'm hired to do an event, I do not go through the ticket prices. I could not even tell you how much the weekend pass is. I have no idea. I'm there to do a job. I don't know. I didn't pay it, so I don't know. So this particular person, a couple, so they had to pay $65 each to come into this party. Now, that was a problem for them. One of the major problems is that they lived in the area. And we're going to talk about this, kind of put a little thing right there. They were local people, lived in the area, did not want to do a weekend pass. Because, guys, keep in mind, when promoters put these a la cartes on these ticket prices, the ticket price for the a la carte is going to be higher. And the reason why it's so high is because if you a la carte each night, you're going to end up paying more than what the weekend pass would be. So the promoter is trying to encourage you to just go ahead and buy the weekend pass. So let me just let you know that's why it's that way. Okay. This couple they were angry because they paid what they paid. They were angry because they felt like the room had no vibe. They felt it was flat. They did not like the music. Like there was literally nothing positive to say. And it shocked me. And I'm going, nothing? Like you ain't got, they had nothing. So as we were sitting there talking, and I'm just listening, and I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I mean, really? Not even a little bit? And one of the people, it was several people at the table, but one of the people said, see, lady, I dance all night. I'm that guy that I dance all night. He said, have you seen me dancing? And I'm like, no, I haven't. He said, exactly. It sucks. Like, that's literally, it sucks. And I'm going, okay, well, wait a minute. It's not that bad. Like, we're okay. Like, but then I asked someone else and they're having a ball. And I'm going, okay, I don't understand what the disconnect is. I really honestly don't. So I asked, so if people have been following me for a while, I have this range that I do. I do teacups is like one whole point. And then I do like a sippy box. That's like a half a point. So I asked one particular couple, what would you score tonight? And this one particular couple said a juice box. I'm sorry. A juice box. Just a juice box? I said, that ain't even one. That's a 0.5. That's what I give it. Okay. So I'm thinking to myself, is it just that it's the local people that still have a problem? And y'all know I keep it 100. Still have a problem with some past indiscretions of said promoter. And because of that, do you walk into it already halfway, I ain't feeling it? You know what I'm saying? Like you can walk into a situation and be like, okay, I don't really like this girl. I don't really like this situation, but I'm gonna go anyway. So you already 75%, I ain't really feeling it. So they got to damn near elevate, come up out the flow and have a smoke machine, and Jesus and the disciples got to come and sit at your table for you to say it was a good sit. I'm just saying, I'm not saying this person was that way, but just sometimes that's the situation. So I'm just wondering, what is the problem with the local people as it relates to this party? Now, that's really a God's honest answer, a question that I would like to have answered. So for me, I did feel the flatness in the room. I did feel it after the red shoe contest. I did feel the flatness, and it stayed flat. The room thinned out 12:30, 1 o'clock. It was really, really thin. So that's always a concern when people thin out that fast and your party is a 3-day, 4-day weekend and it ends at 2 and people are staying in a hotel. So that's always a kind of a concern. Like, what happened? Like, what could you have done to kind of keep the energy up in the room? Don't know. I don't know the answer to that. If I have to personally give sips myself for Saturday night, it's falling about a 3.5 for me. It's falling about a 3.5 for me. I just think, I don't know. And I'm sure Gino will call me and we'll have a conversation. Gino and I, we talk and we talk. So we talk. So I don't know what could happen. Again, this is my 3rd year and this is not the first time I felt the flatness on the Saturday night. Now, it could be that people are tired. From the videos I saw, y'all Negroes was dancing Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday day party. Y'all was getting y'all in the lobby. I mean, I saw so many videos. These folks partied up until Saturday night. So it could have just been that the people were tired. So you can give it, let's give it a little bit of credit for that. But that's always a concern. So for me, it was about a 3.5 for the Saturday night. Sunday was the Mardi Gras theme. I was a little bit disappointed this year. And the reason why I was disappointed, because I wanted to see that second line band come back through there. Now, last year when we did the Mardi Gras, I think he did it 2 years in a row, that the Mardi Gras theme Second line came through, amazing. So it kind of fit. This time, didn't see the theme really fit, because it wasn't really nothing Mardi Gras, nothing. There was like no decorations. There was nothing that said Mardi Gras. So it was just like we just had on the clothes. And then I was hot, so I wanted to change my clothes, whatever. So I don't know, that kind of fell a little flat for me on Saturday. Another thing that was a concern that came to me was the mobile app and the effectiveness of it. Now, my personal experience of the mobile app, because I didn't know what time the brunch was on Sunday myself. I didn't even know, because none of the flyers or the itinerary actually had it. You had to go search for it. So I said, well, let me just go to the app. Maybe it's on the app. So when I went into the app, I was clicking in the little boxes. Mine wasn't working. Now, it could have been my service. I don't know. But mine wasn't working. So I didn't know what time it was until I texted. How did I find out? I think I might have texted Gino. I think I texted him. I don't know. But anyway, I found out. So I get over to the brunch. Now, I had my expectations really, really high for the brunch. The reason why my expectations were very, very high, because last year there was a chef there that, I don't know if he worked for the hotel or whatever, but the food was slapping last year. So I was looking for that same food this year, Gino. I was looking for that same food, that same person, that same situation. That was not the case this year. It was kind of the regular hotel situation. Food, kind of fell flat for me. Now, some people might have loved it, but for me, it fell a little flat. But it was food, The mobile app didn't really do well. Some of the people that are a little bit older came to me and said that, why does he not just have it on the flyer or just have it on whatever? Why do I have to go to an app? And I don't understand the app. So there were some communication issues relative to finding out information that was provided on the app. So it wasn't that he didn't provide it. It's just where he provided it at that kind of missed the mark. I felt that it missed the mark on that. So for me, the brunch, it was about a 2 for me. We got to go back to where we were last year on that, Gino. Let's go on back. Let's go on back, bro. Let's go on back to where we were the year last year. Okay. So the brunch was about a 2 for me. All right. So the day party, the farewell party, or whatever you want to call it, music was provided by E.T. Taylor. I thought I have got to give E.T. Taylor 5 cents. I know I normally don't give out 5 on nothing, but E.T. really played that party. So good job, E.T. Taylor. Clap for him. He did a fantastic job for the music on the day party on Sunday. The vendors, of course, I said were awesome. Let's go back. So my overall for the 2 days the one day that I was there, Saturday and Sunday, it's fallen about a 3 for me. Trust me, I've wrestled with this, and I'm like, I so want this event to do well. I so want it to get back to the numbers and the way that it used to be. I've heard good things about this event in the past, that it was really one of the events you definitely wanted to go to. I wasn't going to it at that time, so I wasn't aware of it at its height. I do have, again, people are saying, I am going back to my messages and I'm going to the comments online. Again, the videos looked like they was having a good time, really, up until Saturday night, and that's when I was there. So I'm giving you my experience on Saturday night and Sunday. That's all I can give you. And for me, at times it started to fall flat. Just kind of later on during the time. So it's kind of difficult to really gauge the entire weekend. I can't do that. That would not be fair to Gino. But what I would like to say is this. When do we start forgiving people? like, I just feel that, and I'm not doing a pity party for Gino. I'm not doing, I'm just not. I'm not. Okay. But when do we start forgiving people and giving them another opportunity? You know what I mean? Like, if you screw me once, is that just it for me? Or do I give you an opportunity again? Do we have a conversation? And the reason why I'm saying it like this is because people literally came to me and said this to me. Like, I don't support it because of what he did to me. And I don't know if you guys are aware that I did an interview with Gino a couple of years ago. And we had a real raw conversation. I said, Gino, this is the word on the street. The word on the street is that you did XYZ. I literally had that raw conversation with him. And during that conversation, he made the statement, if I've never done anything to anybody, tell them just to call me. We can make it right. We can fix it. If I owe you some money, call me, whatever. And from my understanding, nobody's ever called. Nobody's ever said he owes him any money. So I'm just trying to figure out why he's not getting the love at this point. Now, he got some love. Don't get me wrong. The party, I thought, did well. Okay. He did get some love, but I did notice that there wasn't a lot of repeat people. Like the people I saw last year, a lot of them didn't come back this year. So as a promoter, do you wonder, like, how do I keep retention? Like, what can I do to help to make you keep coming back? Like, what did I do last year that maybe you didn't like? Like, how do you fix it? You know what I mean? Like, how do you fix it? I hope Gino is tuned in. Gino, definitely give me a call. You and I can definitely have a conversation to try to figure out what, I don't know. You may say, girl, because you had this show, I ain't gonna hire you next year. And that's fine if you feel that way. But I really like to bring the truth to these sets because we want them to be good. And we want promoters because listen, guys, it costs a lot of money to put a set on. It costs a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of headaches. There's a lot that goes on to put an event together. And I refuse to believe that people, a promoter, purposely try to have a set that flops. Or his didn't flop, but I'm just trying to have a bad set. They don't try to do that on purpose. So I'm just wondering, what is the disconnect? So somebody just said, ask the people that question. I'm going to ask the question, and we're going to have a conversation, folks. What is it about a party? What can happen at a party or at an event that would make you not go back the next year? It has to be something outside of the DJs wasn't good. So we ain't even finna blame the DJs. No. What is it that'll say, I ain't going back to that no more? What is it? Because literally the couples that I were talking to at the table, they was like, I'm not coming back to this BS anymore. They were angry and they were locals. And I'm going, is it something that's happened in Dallas? What's wrong? Like, oh my God. So what is it that would make a person feel so feet in the sand about it? So I'm waiting for some people to answer me. What could happen that would make you say, I'm not coming back to this BS anymore? I'm waiting. Boring events. Okay, that's one answer from someone. So just tell me what you think could happen that would make you say, I don't want to come back anymore. Now, someone just says the shrimp and grits, chicken and waffles. What? It looked great. I didn't get a chance to do Sunday because I had a family emergency. Tina, I pray that everything is okay with you. Someone says, Candy says, oh yeah, Candy, I saw you last year. She said 20,000. I'm sorry. Did I see you last year? 2022? She said 2020 and 2019 were the better years for the event for her. The better times for her. Someone is saying not honoring table arrangements. Okay. Table arrangements. So promoters, I hope you guys are paying attention because these are things that I hear at the table. A lot of times people may think that I'm just coming up with this stuff on my own just to try to be mean. No, I'm not a mean person. I'm a very nice person. I'm very nice. But because I have this platform, I like to try to tell the truth. And in my truth, I'm hoping that the promoters will hear me and say, okay, you know what? Let me fix this because I want to continue to do this and I want my event to grow because I spend so much money and I spend so much time. So I wanted to do better. Sometimes you have new corners You have new corners come along and take the spotlight. I'm sure that's a typo. Hey, baby. Not sticking to the itinerary or not communicating with the guests. That's big. That is big. That is big. Thank you so much. I do see promoters are chiming in. We have Pam Smith who's Steppin N2 Spring going down March 15th through the 17th in Little Rock. She's one of the promoters that's stepping in. That has definitely chimed in. The music is horrible. Dancers giving dirty looks, making other dancers feel uncomfortable. Leads standing in one spot and not dancing with the followers. Bad hotels. Didn't really care for the hotel. Okay. The hotel is an older hotel. It's not the Ritz. Okay. But it's clean. I never have a problem with it being dirty or anything. My room is always clean. So again, the event area is beautiful, but the hotel is not, it's not the Ritz, it's not, it's not the Marriott Marquis going down here. And, y'all already know. Heritage Ball. But anyway, I digress. So, I don't know. I didn't like the app and not getting my swag bag or t-shirt. Okay, so there were probably some communication issues there, right? So these are some of the things that we definitely want to address with Gino and his staff, that you did not get it. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to maybe send it to you, get it to you, give you 2 of them next year. I don't know, but that is something that someone is saying. I like the hotel. It was a vintage hotel. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? One person saying, I don't like the hotel. One person look at it as vintage. You know what I mean? So it varies. It really honestly varies. So I'm just wondering, again, what can we do to forgive people, because that thing is still looming over Mr. Spears. And I know, or at least I put it like this, at least I feel that he has the right intentions to try to do right by people. I do feel that. That's what he tells me. And again, my only experience of Gino has always been good. So I've never had any problems out of here. Out of him, not of his staff is very sweet to me. So I never have any of these issues with anything. So a rude promoter, I got personal attention by voice, not text. We had a food issue, but we discussed it and I understood afterwards. I didn't get my t-shirt. So the t-shirt seemed to have been something that was missed and it was promised. So we want to make sure we fix that, Gino and staff. My comment is not to Gino's staff. Okay. My comment is just in general. I've experienced and heard others say over the years. Okay. Thank you for that, Lynn. So yeah, I don't know. I would really love for this event to do well. I thought that the line dance edition was really good. Those people have a lot of energy and they have a great time. And they don't sit down at all. Line dance off every song. Like you could just pick a song and they got a line dance to it. I'm going, y'all got a line dance off Mary Had a Little Lamb? Dang, okay. How many walls is it? Girl, what? So, they literally can have a whole party just doing line dancing. All right, so let's go back. Please elaborate. Single women, as I am not a married woman. Men don't dance with the single ladies. The promoter has to clean up their own name and mess. I have a suggestion box on our website, or you can always contact me. I believe in transparency. So that's one of the promoters that's saying that. And here's the thing, guys, you have to be open to receiving criticism, whether it be constructive or not, because constructive is relative. Somebody can tell you something and you can feel that it's not constructive and you can feel like it's damning. It just depends on how you hear it and how you receive it, right? That's it. Okay, so we have another promoter that says, we here at Diamond and Denim and Diamond in Minnesota, we definitely 100% do our best to please all of our guests to make everyone feel VIP. I'm listening to this and taking notes as a promoter. Everything matters, period. Now, that's a very mature approach to take. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you spend a lot of money to do these events. And let's start with forgiving people. Let's start there. If you don't like the person, then you don't like them. Then I guess you don't support them, I guess. But at the same time, I think it does you and the party and the situation a disservice when you come into it already 80% expecting it to fail. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Like you come into it already expecting it to fail. Not saying this is what I got from the tables. I'm just saying if you're already thinking it's going to fail, your mind is not even going to be open to receive that it might not be bad. You know what I mean? Because you're already 80% thinking it's going to fail. So that's kind of what I feel that's happening with this event. And again, that's the power of energy. Exactly. So if you come into it with bad energies, and if you feel that, now some people say, listen, I'm just going to come to support. That's an answer I got too. Well, I just came just to support. But at the same time, they're sitting there like this. Okay, well, if you came to support. Go over to the bar, buy a drink, go find somebody to dance with, go spin around a couple of times, go sit down at a table with somebody and strike up a conversation. Because I put a post up earlier and said, if you go to a party and after about 30 minutes, you're not feeling it, like, what do you do? And you guys, most were saying, I make the best of it. I don't think people were really doing that. On Saturday night, I really don't, the people that I spoke with, and it was a few, I just don't think they tried to make the best out of it. I think they just really took it and said, you know what? F him, F this party, F Dallas, F whatever. Or, no, that might have been really what they was feeling for a reason. You know what I mean? So it's just, it was hard. And like I said, for me, it did fall a little flat after the red shoe contest for me. But we can make some adjustment. You definitely have to reach out to your locals and treat them right if you want the support. People can sense division in the community. And that is the problem. You can feel it. You can actually feel it. I feel it every single time I go to Dallas. And the reason why I keep going to Dallas is because I'm hoping that people will see me support it and say, you know what? All right, if the T lady going, maybe it's all right. And I did have a few people say, girl, the only reason why I'm here is because you here. I'm like, okay, well, thank you. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping that can happen. Now, if I'm on your team and I'm rooting for you and you do not produce, now I'm looking like egg on my face. I don't want to have egg on my face. I want you to really, really do well. Do what you say you're going to do. And let's really go to work. In my Pete Frazier voice. Let's really go to work and really have a good party. And listen, promoters, if you guys are new or got some concerns, maybe last year you had some things that didn't quite go right and you don't really know how to fix it this year, but you're doing, reach out to some of these promoters that's been doing it successfully for years and ask them. I don't think they would mind. Someone like Pete, I'm gonna throw you out there, and I think you're online. I'm gonna throw you out there, Pete. I don't think Pete, if he answers his phone, child, Pete be so busy, child. You're gonna have to send, okay, listen. I threw Pete out there, but Pete be so busy. But just send him a text, child, or email. But ask him, say, hey, I know you do 1,000 sets a year. Pete do so many parties, and all of them do well. So ask him, hey, what about if I do reserved seats? Like, how do I make that not fall flat? How do I make sure the arrangement is right? Or if I do ticket sales or I do a la carte, what should my pricing be? Should it be $65 for one night? That is a little high. That feels a little high to me. It feels high. It feels really high. Times two. Times two is high. I'm expecting some if I pay $130 for me and Candyman to get it anywhere, I'm gonna need a drink. I'm gonna need a free drink and a wing ding. I'm gonna need a piece of chicken or something. That's a little high. So people that are doing these a la cartes, be mindful of your per night price and what you're offering for the per night. Now, I'm not saying everybody got to offer food because food is expensive. I get it. but something. Make sure your vibe is there. Make sure your music is on point. As the host, make sure you're working that room. Got a team where people really feel that they $65 was worth it, to make it not feel like they paid too much. You gotta do that. And there's a couple of events that I'm on, and I know a couple of, and I got one myself, and we have a la cartes. So I'm gonna make sure I talk to my team and say, guys, we gotta make sure that the people that decide to come one night, they feel just as special as the people that bought a weekend pass. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whether as a promoter, and this may be a good idea, the people that may do an a la carte, maybe give them a special color. And as a promoter, you really pay them attention to make sure, because $65 is a lot for one night, for 5 hours. That's a lot. You really think about it, guys. That is really a lot. So as a promoter, what can we do to make the a la carters, that's the new name, the a la carters, feel just as important or just as special or just as involved as the people that have been there the whole weekend? What can we do? Yes, the hotel was high, especially the hotel was high, especially for that hotel. Was it the hotel? You saying the hotel price was high, especially for the hotel? Is that what you're saying? I think that's what you're asking. I charged $45 for the weekend and had a carving station for 2023. I go big or stay home. Now, some people can afford that. If that's in your budget, go for it. Can you send me a couple of dollars, girl? I got an event I got to do, red, white, and smooth. I'm just saying. Let's see. I have something else. Okay, we have some. Okay, I need me a moderator. When we go online, we have all kind of stuff going on. But anyway. All right. So Linda says she tried to make the best of it by moving around and talking to others, especially when I'm not getting in any dances. Now, this may not be particularly related to Gino's set. That might be a in general statement that she's making. They're saying that the room rate they felt was a little high for the quality of room. That's another thing we got to be mindful of. Now, I don't know, again, I don't know if this is the room rate is set by the hotel, whether it's set by Gino. I have no idea. I don't know. But that is something that we definitely have to be mindful of as well. Oh, wow. What was $171 a night? The room was $171 a night? Which room? Oh my God. Okay. $95 for one night comes with a nice dinner and no singer this time. Is that high? For what event, Kim? Which event are you speaking of? Got my VIP pass for Thank you for getting your VIP pass for redwhiteandsmooth.com, baby. Red, White, and Smooth. That's SMOOVE.com. Get your passes. That's July 4th through the 7th. All right. Recap it. Okay. So $95. Oh, so Kim, tell me which event you're talking about. $95 for one night comes with a nice dinner and a singer. Is that high? Not with a singer and some food. 95 ain't high. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that's high. Y'all think that's high? It's $95 high. You got entertainment and you got some food. Now I live in Atlanta. You ain't gonna get nobody up there singing and no food for and a drink. Oh, in Atlanta? Oh no, you can pay way more than $95. Way more than $95. And let me make sure y'all know this too. When y'all coming out here for the Heritage Ball, bring some money. Bring some money because we turning up. They got like 50 vendors. It's crazy. I told Cheryl today, girl, that ain't a vendor's row. That's a mall. Bring some money. But I digress. All right. No singer this time. Okay, so I'm just trying to. That's cheap, right? 95 is cheap. If you get entertainment and food, 95 is not bad. I'm gonna be honest, that's not bad. The comment said no singer. Okay, so they're saying $95. No. Okay, let's go back. What was $95? Because Gino's set was not $95. It was $65. So I don't know what set this is. Are you saying a set in general was $95 with no singer? Now, you guys can be funny. Y'all some funny acting people sometimes. I'm going to just tell you why y'all some funny acting people. I have been to sets and they had singers there. And y'all complained that the singer was singing too long. Why he sang 3 songs? Why he sang 4 songs? I mean, how we gonna please y'all? Can't do the heritage anymore. Too big. And girl, come on now. Get a little small loan and come on down here to Atlanta. 95 is high for just dinner. That's a little pricey for just dinner. I would say that. Did you get a drink? Was there a drink with it? I mean, what happened? Like, what was with it? The hotel is actually 99 a night. I was told that by one of the workers last year. Okay, okay. So this is what I need y'all to do for me. What I need for y'all to do, because the comments are coming in so fast. So Nicole, I see that you're online. I need you to kind of break down what they're talking about. So if they're talking about in general, that's one thing. If you're talking about the recap for the event that I'm talking about, at least tell me explosion or something so I can know exactly what you're talking about. Because again, the price points, I don't have them, so I don't know. So I want to be honest and I want to be fair to the organizers of this event. I want to be fair to them because I feel that they want to make things right and they want this event to be successful. So I feel that they want to fix the things that can be fixed. Okay. So, okay. So okay. So help me, Nicole, girl, because y'all, listen. Okay. Thank you. All I want to know is your input. Had singer previously at the same amount. This time it's the main event with only dinner at $95. I mean, y'all, the price points are hard. The price points are hard because things are so high. Things are so high now. And me being on the other side now doing promotions as well. And y'all, please bear with me. It gets hard for me to be honest. Not hard for me to be honest, but it's hard for me to be as raw as I am because I have an event too. And so I'm always telling the team that I'm on as well, guys, we got to make sure we hit these benchmarks because when I do my recap, I got to be honest about my own event. And if we miss some, I got to say it. We missed it and we're sorry. We missed it, but we're going to fix it. Right. So it can be difficult. It can be difficult to price these things because a certain amount of people got to get through the door at a certain amount of price for you to even pay for the event. So I get it. Yeah. So it could just be hard. So I tell you what we're going to do, because what I don't want to do is make some of the comments that I'm getting, and some of them are good, some of them are not so good. I do not want the comments on this live to necessarily be related to Gino's set. They could be a totally different set. It can be in general. It could be people's experiences in other events they've been to. It could be a myriad of things, okay? So we can do one or two things. We can come back later at another time and have this conversation, which I think we should do. Yeah, because it seems like you guys have a lot to say. So let's just do this because, again, I do not want this to be a negative impact on Gino. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair to him. I don't think it's fair to his team. So let's not do that. Again, I don't know what the price points were in terms of hotel and all that stuff. I don't know that. But I do know the prices were given up front. So it's not like you got there and was like, oh, it's $30 more. No, the prices were out. I did see the prices on the actual flyer. So let's just be honest and let's just be fair on that. So we will do another live to definitely discuss, because apparently you guys have a lot to say about some of these events. And we will do that. All right. So again, Gino and team, job well done. Job well done. I'm still going to give you guys a clap because, again, I did get a lot of positive feedback from the people that were there starting that Thursday. So job well done. DJs, you guys all did a fantastic job from my understanding. So kudos to you guys. Thank you for all of the followers and leaders that really work the room. If you sweated out a shirt, shout out to you for sweating out a shirt and making sure us girls twirled around. We appreciate you. Again, Gino, keep doing your thing, babes. Keep doing your thing. Keep trying to make it better each year. Listen to what the people are saying and make the adjustments where you can make the adjustments at. And that's not just for you, that's for any promoter. That's for all of us. Make the adjustments where you can make the adjustments. And let's keep making things happen. My suggestion for next year is to bring back the second line band. I got 3. Bring back the second line. Bring back that chef that cooked last year. And bring me back for the red shoe contest. I'm just saying. Those are my 3. That's all I got. The rest of it, you can do whatever you want to do. But them 3, I think I need to have them. I deserve them 3. But anyway, listen. Job well done. Thank you so much for having me. I had a great time. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Lamont. All right, guys, I am out of here. Make sure you guys support all of my sponsors at the bottom. Again, I will see you guys at the Heritage Ball on the blue carpet. I can't wait to see you guys. I cannot wait. And as always, guys, sip, sip. Love you. Bye.